Good morning, Ian Quick, Millionaire by 50. Today is Wednesday, September 2nd. Time's really flying. I want to talk about someone very special in my life, my sister in law. She's like an actual sister to me. I love her dearly. She lives in LA. And last month, right at the beginning of the month, she flew back here to Canada. Spent 2 weeks in quarantine in the basement of her parents' house in a small town about an hour from here. The quarantine was lifted actually on her birthday. Um, so that vacation weekend I took, part of it was going up for her birthday, camping thing and so forth. Anyways, after the camping bit was done, um, she normally spends a lot of time here because her and her sister are very, very close. But she didn't. She went back to the parents' house for like another full week and a bit. And she came over last night, and so I'm like, oh, it's been a while. How long are you staying for? And she's like, oh, just till Thursday. And I was very surprised because, again, her and her sister are very, very close. And she's now been at her parents' house for practically a full month. And I was just wondering, what are you doing out there? And she caught on. And it's not that she doesn't love to visit. She absolutely adores her sister. She loves me. She loves her niece. But there were too many distractions here. And while she was in quarantine, she didn't waste those 14 days. She had been working on her memoirs for a while now. She's um, a professional model, has been since the age of 15, I believe, and an actress. Nothing giant yet in Hollywood, but it'll happen for her, I know. But she has a lot of stories about the industry, especially with the current Me Too movement and other things. And she's been writing her story. On top of that, she's a very, like her sister, my wife, she's a very self aware person and is working on personal improvement. On top of that, while she's here, she's been getting in touch with, she has a local agent, even though her main agent is in LA. The agency she started with is still here, and she's been getting work, and she actually has a minor catalog modeling contract today. So she's been making the most of her time to the point where she's aware of what proves to be a distraction and what isn't. And while she loves visiting with us, when she's here, between spending time with her sister and the niece and all these other things, she doesn't get a lot of work done. And she's really focused on her book right now. And I get that. And I find it admirable that she has enough savvy to know what her limits are and what's the best situation for her to be productive and how to make the most of it. A lot of people have been wasting time during this pandemic. Some have been incredibly busy. Uh, some had to do a shift and were busier in other ways. We were actually, my wife and I were busier than before because for the longest time my daughter could not go to daycare. And childcare at that age is all encompassing. It takes up every moment of your day. Um, but others have just been not working and sitting back and Netflix binging. And sure, it's fun for a little bit. We all need a little bit of day off, but it's been over 5 months now since this thing started. And at one point, you have to get off your butt and do something productive. And to watch my sister-in-law go ahead and do that and make the most of her time, even if it means she has to give up certain leisures, even if it means she kind of still has to live in isolation to a certain extent. Because honestly, there's not much going on in that small town, so she's really just hanging in her parents' basement, working away. I find it admirable, and it has to be a lesson. Um, you know, be aware of what your distractions are, and if you don't have the self-control to resist them, take yourself out of that equation. Take yourself away from the range of temptation, if possible. Good for her. I look forward to seeing what her book will result into. I'm sure it'll be great. Anyways, on that note, I'm grateful for her visit, although it will be brief. I'm grateful for this lesson she's imparted on us. And I'm grateful for whatever opportunities today will bring. See you tomorrow.